The LPG Marketers Association says it is not against the National Petroleum Authority's reason for imposing a new cylinder recovery margin on the LPG price build-up. Vice President of the LPG Marketers Association, Gabi Kumi, says the 13.5 peswa additional tax introduction is rather disingenuous.
Our issue is not the money they want to find for this purpose. We believe that money must be paid for. Cylinders, branded cylinders must be paid for. We agree. Our bone of contention is where the money is being taken. The fact that it's going to come as an additional cost on the products, that is why we have a problem. As I did indicated earlier on today in your studios, there is 5 peswa LPG promotion levy margin, which has been on LPG for the past 20 years. This margin currently rates in about 1.2 million cedis a month. We have no idea what that money is being used for currently, but we believe that when we go into that fund, we should be able to get enough money. Indeed,
what sort of promotion was it geared towards? I mean, that fund that you're talking about, promotion?
It's a general LPG promotion. It's not specific as to we are going to use it to do this. What we also do know is that occasionally the ministry use part of these funds to buy cylinders and distribute to rural areas. But we believe there is enough funds in that fund that when we go in there, we should be able to get some money to fund this thing so that the consumer does not, we do not burden the consumer further. Because as I did indicate, all the sub-region, all the countries in the sub-region that are using LPG are subsidizing them. They are subsidizing the product. This is the product Ghana we used to subsidize some time ago. We got to a point, we got to full cost recovery, and now we put about 20% tax on it. And now we are going to increase it further. We believe that will be unfair to the ordinary consumer.
Meanwhile, the Vice President of the LPG Marketers Association also renewed his call for government to remove taxes on LPG prices in order to achieve government's quest of increasing penetration of the commodity in the country. Gabi Kumi cautioned the downstream regulator that LPG consumption will start declining if the numerous taxes are not removed.
This tax is going to undermine government's quest to increase penetration of LPG. To be honest with you, since taxes were introduced on the product from 2015, LPG consumption has been relatively very stagnant. If you take it from 2006 to 2015, where there was no tax on the LPG, we were growing at an average rate of 16.16%. After the tax had been introduced in 2015, that's where we had a special petroleum tax and all the taxes being introduced on the product. From 2016 to present, LPG consumption has been relatively stagnant. And our projection is that if we don't do anything drastic about the price of LPG, going forward, LPG consumption in Ghana will start declining, which is going to have dire consequences for our environment and for our nation. We are asking government already for the past 2 years. We have been banging on the doors of government to consider removing all taxes from LPG so that we make the product tax-free, so the ordinary Ghanaian could afford. LPG is a product with an elastic demand. What that simply means is that the only way you can grow, you can increase consumption, is to bring down prices so that you can attract a lot of people into the consumption net. So government objective of trying to increase penetration from the current 25% to 50% by the year 2030 could be achieved. But with this kind of attitude, with introduction, even if there was no new margin on it, the 20% taxes on LPG is going to make the achievement of government objective very, very difficult. That is why we have been calling that that 20% should be removed.